Hey guys, JP Merlo with the Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue, and I've got to say I have the greatest volunteers of all time that come to the rescue and are very dedicated and very committed, and every once in a while I am blessed. Not every once in a while, I'm always blessed. But tonight was an extra blessing. That's what it was. David and Emily came by tonight. We did the transfer on the 75. Guys, we have the 75 gallon set up. It's been running. It's been cycling all week. And we decided last minute, if you remember, these are the adult cichlids. And these came out of the 90 gallon cube. And they've been in a 40 gallon breeder on the floor for the last month and a half, 2 months. And we finally got them moved. And this tank looks awesome. Anyway, I'm going to move it back a little bit more so we can get a little bit better. Well, there's the whole thing. So, hey, Mr. Polson, what's going on? Long time no see, old buddy. Glad to see you. Glad you could join us. I am running a little bit behind because my volunteers took me out to eat at Miss Nancy's Sahara Steakhouse. The best steaks in Southern Kentucky. I think she's I don't know, sold it to her grandchildren or something, swapped over, transitioned, something like that. But best steaks nonetheless. Had a great time. Thank you so much, David and Emily, for a fine supper. I don't know about you all, but I always pay for dinner. I like paying for dinner. I want to pay for dinner. And these two would not let me pay for dinner, gave me the guilt trip, and ended up bought me dinner tonight. It was fabulous. I appreciate you guys so much. You guys are awesome, awesome, awesome. And tonight we got the cichlids, we got the adult cichlids in the new 75. It looks awesome. They're acclimating well. They're acting like they're doing good. It is crystal clear. Their colors are popping. Everything looks really good. So I'm using this tank as the background. But big shout out to David and Emily. Thank you so much for swapping the fish and then taking this old man out to dinner. That was awesome. I felt like steak all day. I was famished. My stomach was touching my backbone. I was starved to death, and these two came through. But only after we ate the puke, dirty laundry, soapy water, toothpaste, and booger flavored jelly beans. So we got all those old jelly beans we had from last week. We threw them in the pot. We picked them. We ate them. Disgusting. So we had to go get that taste out of our mouth with nice, big, juicy steaks from Sahara Steakhouse. Thank you so much. Appreciate you guys once again. So, guys, this week I am running behind. It's after 8 o'clock. Normally we do our live stream at 7 o'clock. Thank you so much, David. And, oh, yeah, David got the dog food and the dead fish. That is right. That is right. Yummy, yummy to his tummy. He finally got some. He got like 5 juicy, fruity ones to begin with. We didn't even know if he was going to get any, and right out of the gates, got the wet dog food. Yummy, yummy. And anyways, gosh, I didn't write anything down for the agenda. I'll tell you what I'll do. I will talk about this fish food. So, as you all know, we don't diss companies on the show. The rescue, the fish rescue is about encouragement and support and help, networking, all that good stuff. But I did want to. This brought to my attention a couple things. This was out of a donation. This is Seekins NutriDiet Discus Flakes. Okay, and I'm not putting anything down, but if any of you are in the fish business, Seekins is a top of the line fish
aquarium hobbyist product. Seachem is the top shelf quality stuff. But when I was doing food analysis and reading the ingredients on this custom-made top shelf quality, high quality food here, basically it's a lot of fish meal and meals, and we all know that fish meals and the secondary byproduct of what is healthy for fish, and for this to be directed towards discus for some reason, probably has some more carotenes in it or something to that effect. But guys, this super expensive kind of name oriented, directed, whatever, focused on one particular brand of fish, it's not my favorite thing to do. So we'll talk about fish food. Basically, this is a souped up modified label put on a generic quality fish food, in my opinion. It's a fish flake, basically, from Seachem. I probably won't go to it again. The extreme fish food line is extremely high in protein. All your carotenes, your vitamins, your colors. Carotene is what makes your colors pop in your fish, and so that's what you're looking for in all this stuff. And these guys just basically took some flakes, put it in a thing, slapped their label on it. I'm not going to get it again, right? So basically, this is what the stuff you can get at Walmart with the Seachem label on it. I make my own food with high protein in it, and spirulina and carotene, everything that makes your colors pop in your fish. But I also keep the Omega-1 brand in the house, and I also keep a middle level Tetra flake. Everybody likes it. It tastes good. They don't waste it. It just uses the fish meal type stuff. So, you know, watch this designer stuff. I wouldn't buy this stuff again, in my opinion. I will stick with the Omega. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of the Extreme brand, but it is extremely high, and I want to know why, and I want to know what's in it. But top breeders, top hobbyists, and professionals use the Extreme food line, and it's supposed to be super good. Yeah, got you, Dave. We'll look at that. So, a good middle brand, middle shelf, is the Tetra Flakes. Just a good generic Tetra Flake. All the fish like it. It does use fish meal, a lot of preservatives, a lot of substitutes and stuff like that. But it's cheap. I wouldn't go below that. And then I use the Omega-1 brand pellets as well as the flakes, and everybody loves that. It's made with whole herring, salmon, tilapia. I mean, it's whole fish, and that's what you really want to look for is the whole fish. You know, when you're using the meat product, the meal is basically all of the secondary stuff. When they cut the fillets out, they throw this stuff into a trash can. They blend that up, and there you go, fish meal. So if you want top of the line, top shelf stuff, stick with the Omega-1 brand, and or even the Extreme. Basically, when you get up into that high quality food stuff, you're looking at protein quantity and the stuff that makes the colors pop in your fish, and that's the carotene. When you're making your own homemade food, you can use red bell peppers. So if your fish have a lot of reds in it, the red bell peppers, that chemical reacts to the fish's color and makes them pop. If you have oranges, you can use orange bell peppers. You can even use carrots obviously has carotene in it and will make the oranges pop. Yellow bell peppers make the yellows pop. And isn't that interesting how that works? So you can also use paprika. So if you put paprika, that will substitute for the red carotenes and really make your fish colors pop. So I just kind of wanted to go through that. I didn't really have anything listed down
to go over tonight. Just wanted to give a big shout out to David and Emily for taking this old timer out to Sahara Steakhouse for a steak dinner tonight. I really appreciate you guys. It means a lot to me. I like buying dinners for other people, and it feels weird when other people buy it for me. There's my biggest steak dinner right here. Quit. Get out of here. Come on. Go play. Watch the chords. But anyways, I do appreciate you guys. We do have, what do you think about the 75-gallon tank, Eve? You like it? Oh, man. Get out of here. He's being silly. Anyways, thank you guys again for setting up the 75-gallon tank. We did put the cichlids in here, and you guys, I don't know the names of these guys. We have Obie peacocks. We have Zephylum. We have Ram. We have yellow. Anyway, we have all kinds of African cichlids in here. Mbunas, peacock. This is not African cichlid. This is a tinfoil barb. Super large tinfoil barb. I had to have him. We got him as a donation. He is fit right into this tank. With these guys, we also have a lemur shovel-nosed catfish. He is a super cool guy right here. We're going to be fattening him up. I don't know if you can see him on the camera right there, but he is super cool, this guy here. And then everybody else. So now I'm going to start focusing on breeding and getting these guys. I'm not focusing on breeding for breeding. I'm just so I can learn the breeding process and the ritual and whatnot. I am going to start focusing a little bit on breed-specific breeding. I'm going to get the angel tanks lined out again so they can start spawning. I'm really excited about the discus spawning again. I think I got their triggers figured out. They've spawned twice since I've had them. So we're giraffe, cichlid, albino red zebras. That's the one. The lab and the blue cobalt. Yes. Okay. So I'm not going to show you. I'm not going to point to any one of those. I'm just going to be like, yes, this is the giraffe cichlid, the albino red, the lab is over here, and the blue cobalt. Yes. See all that? Great. Atta boy. So, how stupid is it for me to say this is my favorite tank? This tank is beautiful. As soon as we put the light on it, it is really cool. Let me show you something that is cool. I love this light. I've got to get some more of these lights. Watch. Oh, wait, let's do this. Yes. Let me turn this off too. Hold on. Look at this. Everybody needs this. Little red in your life, right? How about some orange? Purple. You need purple sometimes, right? Yellow. We got blue. I like the blue. Soft white. And then we got the cool little trick. Hold on, let me try this. This one, I think it is. No, this one. There we go. None of you know about the fade. Cool. That is cool. Everybody needs a discus tank, a disco tank, a disco discus tank. How about that? But anyways, we're gonna flick it back on, turn it back bright. Everybody's happy, happy, happy. So, favorite tank. You can't have a favorite tank. You can't have a fish rescue and have a favorite tank. It's just against the law. You're not allowed to do it. Not supposed to do it. It's prejudice, and we don't support prejudice around here. But it is a cool tank. This is the 75-gallon that came with the 220 out in the
out in the trailer. We had it inside. We actually, okay, I do not suggest this. I never do this. But I water tested this last weekend in place in the house. I don't normally sleep at night when that happens. I don't like doing it. I don't suggest doing it. Water testing on the spot is never good. It never works. It has worked so far. I don't suggest it. Don't do it. Do not do it. It sucks. I've had brand new tanks break a seal, blow out onto the floor, ruin your laminate flooring, have to pull it up and relay it, and it is terrible. So don't do that. Do your water testing outside or over the concrete floors. Much better, much safer, and just makes you sleep at night a lot better. So I do highly suggest that. What else is going on in the fish industry? So we're excited about getting the discus to be spawning again. I do have a rack of 5 gallons that I'm putting together. I like the concept. Hey, will you pick that up for me, please? And put it on the table. Thank you. I'm putting together a vertical rack of 5-gallon tanks. I want to build a couple of these things, 5 tanks tall, and a little sump at the bottom, doing kind of a waterfall cascading type of little ornamental type of deal where you can get the water sound and the filtration at the same time. I am looking forward to that. Also, I got to pull several of the Post-it notes that are duct taped to my walls in my house, because every one of those Post-it notes is a little honey-do on my honey-do list, including the fish rescue stuff. And thank you to my lovely, supportive, beautiful, angel from heaven wife for putting up with me and sticking by my side and encouraging me along the way. Because I get sidetracked setting up the 75 or watching David and Emily set up the 75, and I'm on a mission to do something else, and everything gets one more step closer to being done. So listen, there's 40 things one step closer to being done. That's the way I look at it. Progress, forward momentum. That's what I'm looking for. Not 100% completion. 100% completion is boring. So we're looking for one step closer, 40 projects. How about that? Justified. But thank you to my wife. She is a blessing and an encouragement and keeps me going in whatever direction I'm going. She is supportive 150%. And you can't ask for better than that. I love her very much. And my dogs, Biscuit and Princess, for always being on point. And keeping the house secure. They're always keeping the house secure. So, what else, guys? We got the 180 still on the floor. We do have a 40 breeder that is empty now, so I can, it's empty of fish, so now I can bring it down. We are going to build a double rack, double 40 rack. And then, once again, you guys are going to hold me accountable. Here's what I'm going to do. I've got part of the floor painted down in the basement. Once the floor is painted, we are building racks for the tanks. I'm saying that on the show, and I'm going to hold you accountable for holding me accountable. Meaning, me and David are going to be building the rack systems. Once the floor is painted and dried, we are in rack mode. We do struggle with the design. Not that we don't have a design, not that we can't figure out a design. There's hundreds of designs for massive tanks. For when you have 100 tanks, 150 tanks, there's a lot of different designs out there, and we're trying to pick the best one to create the most amount of levels from the floor to the top. So we've kind of got it narrowed down. Plus, we are just being so impatient. Not impatient. We're tired of waiting, is what it is. We're tired of waiting. All year long, since I have met David, we have been supposed to be building racks, and we have yet to do it. You all know the routine. I get a big donation in. It takes me a few weeks to go through it, fix stuff, sort it, put it where it needs to go, temporary tanks, fish kept alive, everybody happy, and right when the last piece is put up, the last thing is put away, we get another. We built the 180 stand. Yes, we did, and it's beautiful, and I love that stand. I do want to build a canopy to match it. So, we need lots more of that, is the thing. I want a lot more of that. I want to build custom stands for other people as well. I think it would be totally cool to put that stuff on the market. And we're working on a bunch of other things too, guys. The things you guys don't see on the side is we do have the Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue. I am setting up a network starting here in Kentucky of local pet shops that want to be part of the network, that will take responsibility, that will be responsible fish carrying. There's a different mindset between having a fish rescue and a pet shop. Pet shops are forced to make a profit to sell as many fish as possible. That's not what a rescue does. But I am working on the mesh and the bond and the relationship between the two with local pet shops such that they can act as part of the Kentucky Fish and Tank Network, right? So it's a separate thing within the same business that can operate simultaneously, and that's what we're putting together. So we are creating a network of rescues that will benefit everybody. I believe we can monetize this thing. We're not profiteering per se, but we do definitely want to be able to generate revenue, care about the fish. You got to get the pressure off the fact that you have to sell so many fish to pay your bills, and get more onto we care about the fish and just watch it explode. That's what's happened here. I mean, people just find out about the rescue, and they just want to be on board. If they have friends or anything that can no longer take care of fish, they bring them to us. We educate people on how to set up an aquarium, how to cycle the aquarium, how to care for your fish properly, tank mates. We do tank maintenance. We set up tanks for people, and it just snowballs, right? So somewhere in there's a little bit of profit. We can monetize this thing a little bit. We just want to make sure that the fish are taken care of at the same time, right? So the pet shop has to sell fish, right? So if you're a pet shop, you buy fish, you have to sell them for a profit and hope you create your overhead. With the fish rescue, you basically open your facility, your tank space, right? You open your tank space to take in unwanted fish, and you will just see things like snowball. So the difference in a rescued fish is you may sell it, you may not, and you don't want to sell them just to anybody, right? So I am going to require some things in order to be a part of the network, and part of the requirement is not just anybody can buy a rescued fish. We're not going to save a fish, right? We're not going to save a bunch of these fish and just give them to little Billy Joe Jim Bob so he can end up flushing them down the toilet. Not our mission. So looking forward to doing that. Madison asks, any info on the Pet Sense? No. She went on vacation. She has been back there for this past week, but I have not been able to contact her or spend any quality time with her yet. I am looking forward to that. The Pet Sense people have reached out to us and kind of been discussing about doing some seminars and stuff like that. That would be really cool. They asked if we would do some events for the year, and I would love to do that, some of the educational stuff, because I am one that believes that everybody can benefit from owning a fish tank. And I'll put it to you like this: even if there's no fish in it, there are medical health benefits to owning a fish tank. And aquariums have, there's studies out there that show that owning a fish tank reduces stress, reduces depression, increases your sleep, so it reduces sleep apnea, PTSD. Somebody brought up PTSD. David has a testimony of high blood pressure, and the fish tank's bringing down his blood pressure to a reasonable level. So there's all kinds of direct medical benefits. So I do look forward to working with PetSense on some of these seminar, educational little event type things, and we will be reaching out to them this week and see if we can arrange something, and I'll be letting you guys know. I would love to have you guys there, or maybe we just live stream it. Either way, I would appreciate if you guys would share some of those things. I know we just sit around and geek out about fish. It's not very entertaining, but you know, we'll get more into, as the weather clears up and me and David and stuff get outside, get to cutting on some wood and cutting glass and doing some resealing on the tanks, building canopies, building light fixtures, even into soldering the wires and setting up timers and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to that. Right now, this time of year, it gets dark early. My garage is just completely full with materials and tools and benches and stuff that I got going on out there. Again, it's been interesting. The cycle goes, okay, get a donation, get a huge donation. You guys don't understand. When I get donations to the tune of 10, 15, 20 tanks. All of them have fish in them. All of them have some plants or decorations in them. We got to go there. We got to drop the water level. We're gonna transport these things wet, meaning there's fish inside these tanks. And so we put them in the back of a truck. We try to put a lid on them somehow. Transport them. You know those fish are tripping out on right in the bed of a truck across the state to get to the rescue, to get them in here as fast as possible, get them warm, get oxygen, get water levels back up, acclimate, put fish dope in there. And so they can relax a little bit, and then we get all the equipment because we're talking heaters, pumps, tubing, decorations, rocks, gravels, lights, lids, glass, tanks, all of this stuff, and we'll have bins and bins and bins coming in. We got to go through it. We got to clean it. We got to check it. We got to make sure it works properly. If it doesn't, we're tossing it or fixing it or whatever, and that takes time. And then, like I say, once the dust settles, all the fish are nice, even if they're on the floor. Once everything settles and JP has a little time to go paint the floor or build a rack, bam, another phone call, come and get 200 koi fish. What in the world is going on here? So look at this blessing, right? That's what happens at the rescue. We started this in October of last year. I went back and started looking, and it was in October when I literally called it a fish rescue, not knowing that there ever was such a thing as a fish rescue. But my wife, my beautiful, loving, supportive, beautiful, supportive, loving wife, we had an apartment a year ago, remember? And we got two pet shops donated at the same time. Now listen to what I'm saying. Pet shop owners closed down their pet shop, and put it into a storage unit. After 3, 4, 5 years, they're sick of paying the storage bill. So who do they call? So basically is, take all this stuff, please. 2, all of that stuff sitting on the floors, tables, toilets, beds, couches, coffee tables, TV stands, all over the place in my apartment for a while. Ta-da! The fish rescue, the Kentucky Fish and Tank Rescue was born. Shortly after that, we had to come and get a new house. We had to expand our horizons. literally. And even right now, with a full basement, a breezeway, a garage, a land, and a big house is getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It is amazing how these donations take effect on them. We got 55 tanks sitting outside right now. We have 100, it's somewhere around 120. I mean, I haven't counted for a while. It was like 110 or 15, and we have added about 20 more downstairs. We have tanks everywhere. Ugh. We got the beta rescue going up, so the whole beta compound is set up. Not exactly the way I want it, but fish are alive. We've got tanks acclimating. We got 5-gallon tanks acclimating. We got racks of 2.5-gallon tanks. I've got beta males in jars and mason jars right now. I don't like mason jar fish, but we're expanding the whole compound. I'm actually going to put a whole system together for the betas and start breeding out betas. I love beta fish. They are awesome. And then I mentioned the 200 koi, probably not 200, probably 50, maybe 50, from small to pretty big, 8 or 9 or 10 inches. That donation came out yesterday, so I was at a pool netting koi out of a pool. I should have videotaped it, but didn't, because it was cold. And I wanted to get in and out. But we got them in a temporary tub outside. My little cats, my neighborhood little tomcats, figured out the sushi bar was open again. And when David and Emily got here, sure enough, there was a fish flopping on the back deck or the back patio, and those cats were running off. They had gotten one of them dang fish, and sure enough, so we got a net over the top of it now. We are going to figure out a better system for that. It is a temporary tank. I do have a 200-gallon bin trough outside that I'll hook up for them guys. And then pretty soon we will be, I'll have that, I'm going to put a 200-gallon tub in the ground, pretty much a pond, like a pond liner, because I love koi. Everybody needs to have some koi. Koi are just cool, calm, cool collectors. They're about like discus, and I do love to have koi. Yeah, David rescued the rescued fish. That's exactly right. Poor guy, he's out there flopping on the ground. And I just, I was making the joke about we can't kill cats in the name of rescued fish. There's just something not right about that. So we can't be shooting cats to save the fish, right? However, I am not a cat rescue. I don't care if the cats ever get rescued. We live in Kentucky, and those cats have billions of miles to go play. They can stay out of my trough. So I am going to get an airsoft gun, and I'm going to light up their butts, and we're going to see how they like that. Can't you trap them and send them to the rescue or something? Well, the problem is, yes, but that takes time and attention. And they're just feral cats. And I think if I just light up their butts a couple times, they will learn that where the property line is equals airsoft BBs. So, that might be funner. Anyway. Yeah, that's right. More fun. That is right. So, guys, don't want to keep you on your Sunday nights. I know everybody's about tired and ready for the week to come up. Listen, you guys, I hope you have a great week. I hope all is going well. Miss Adele, it is good to see you online. Thank you so much for showing up again. As I get my YouTube channel set up and stuff, I'd like to work with you a little bit. Maybe you could help me push it out there a little bit. I did create a donation button on my PayPal account, but I'm going to be doing some tweaking with it so I could separate my PayPal stuff between different entities. I do own a construction company, as well as a multimedia company, as well as a fish rescue, as well as other nonprofits. So I'm kind of I got to spend some time organizing that stuff, and then we'll be promoting that as well. So we can take donations, monetary donations. If you guys would like to buy some fish food, that would be awesome. We are opening up the Kentucky Fishing Tank Rescue Supply Store. So if you guys are in Kentucky, in the Cave City area, and are in need of some supplies, I'd love to be the one you come and get them from. That would be totally awesome. And we do have the equipment. Not the equipment. We got boxes. We've had some requests to ship some fish, basically guppies and stuff like that. So I'm looking at costs for shipping cost type stuff. I don't really look to be doing that a whole lot, but if we can overnight something, that'll be great. I don't want to be shipping fish 2, 3, 4, 5 nights or anything like that. But if we can do a little hop, skip, and a jump stuff, I'll be glad to do that. And then you also look out for the rescue network. We don't know what we're going to call it yet, but I am looking forward to maybe talking to Big Rich about it and creating some type of nationwide network, like a pre-qualified. You've got to meet the criteria and keep your fish safe and know what you're doing and sell to people who know what they're doing. We're looking forward to setting that up. So a lot of stuff happening in 2021, guys. I love you. I appreciate you. David and Emily, thank you so much for the steak dinner tonight. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. Emily does work nights, and she is a pillar in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the baby girl. What is it that you do?
What do I do?
Frontline
Healthcare worker.
healthcare worker. How about that? She's a backbone in the healthcare industry. She takes care of elderly people in, I keep wanting to say old folks homes, but that's not it. What?
Nursing home.
It's a nursing home, right?
Yes.
Has to work nights at a nursing home. That's what Christina does. And I am all for tripling or quadrupling their pay. Anybody who wipes another human being's butt deserves triple the pay. That's my vote. I'm not running for office, but if I was, that would be my campaign. Because that is a sacrifice that not all of us can make. Okay? If it was up to me, I'm sprinkling kitty litter, if you get my drift. So these ladies are a blessing to everybody that they come across. Emily and Dave come over on Saturdays normally. They came over on Sunday today, and she still goes to work at night. So she volunteers here at the rescue, and then she goes to work at the elderly facility. And man, you just don't get much more commitment and dedication than that. And I certainly do appreciate you guys, and I appreciate all you do for me. Anyways, I just want you guys to have a good week. Have a blessed week. Bless somebody for no reason. I hope you guys are doing good over in the UK. I hope, Adele, you're doing good down under. I hope you're doing a great down under, in the land down under. And we'll keep on trucking over here in good old Kentucky. So all the way from Southern California, where I was born, in Huntington Beach, to the UK, in Bristol, UK, all the way to, and I forget the name of her city or the state, but all the way from Australia. We love you guys. We thank you guys. Happy Sunday evening, or whatever it is in your part of the world. You have a great day and be blessed. Guys, have a good night. Thank you so much. Peace.